हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज मैं आपसे जिस टॉपिक पे बात करने वाली हूँ वो है कॉर्पोरेट रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग। तो शुरू करने से पहले अगर आपने मेरा चैनल अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सबसे पहले चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए एंड बेल आइकन दबाना मत भूलिएगा। जैसे ही मैं नया वीडियो अपलोड करूँगी आपको उसका नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले मिल जाएगा। और प्लीज़ मेरा वीडियो एंड तक देखिएगा। अगर आपको अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ 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 इसे लाइक एंड कमेंट ज़रूर करें। तो चलिए अब शुरू करते हैं वीडियो के साथ। कॉर्पोरेट रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग। Corporate restructuring includes various forms of collaborations such as takeovers, mergers and acquisitions, spin-offs, leverage buyout, etc. It refers to an alteration or change in the asset mix, ownership, business mix, and alliance with another companies with the aim to increase shareholders' value. Thus, there is a change in the business capacity and the portfolio of the business is altered in order to increase the performance of the company. Mergers and acquisitions are popular among all forms of corporate restructuring. Characteristics and features. There is a change in the capacity of the business. There is a change in the capital structure, which is called capital restructuring. The ownership of the business changes. This is known as ownership restructuring. When the company diversifies itself into a new venture, or when there is divestment, outsourcing, brand acquisition, then it is called business restructuring. When a firm acquires or sells the asset along with ownership, then it is called asset restructuring. Example: receivable for factoring, securitization of debt, leasing back of asset, sale of assets, etc. Objectives of corporate restructuring. The key objective is to increase the value or wealth of the shareholders. The company must evaluate its ownership, asset, and capital mix along with the business portfolio to explore opportunities to increase the share's value. Another objective is to focus on the core strengths of the company. Restructuring is done to achieve economies of scale by gaining access and expanding to global market. Another motive is to attain operational synergy and effective distribution of infrastructure and management's capability. Restructuring is done to reduce the cost of capital with restructuring. A company can ensure adequate and constant supply of raw material. Corporate restructuring is done to rehabilitate and survive a sick company by adjusting losses of the dying company with the gains of a healthy company. Strategically, it is done to get an edge over the company's competitors. Example: Walmart takes over Flipkart. Forms of corporate restructuring: mergers, amalgamations, consolidations, and there are various other forms of restructuring. Mergers. Merger, it is a process when two or more companies join and combine to form a single company. Thus, there is a combination of two or more companies within existing one. This will be highlighted in the upcoming sections. Consolidation. This process creates a new company with separate businesses, loans, liabilities, and assets of two or more businesses where these companies cease to exist. Here, the companies are legally dissolved and an entirely new company is formed. Consolidation comprises of transfers of shares, liabilities and assets by the acquiring company to the newly formed company, either in exchange for cash or shares. Example: formation of HCL Limited by amalgamation of Hindustan Computers Limited, Hindustan Instrument Limited, and Indian Reprographic Limited, an Indian software company. Third, amalgamation. Amalgamation can take place either via consolidation or merger. However, in India, the legal requirements for consolidation and merger are same. Accounting Standard 14 defines the following terms with regard to amalgamation: transferor company, transferee company, amalgamated company, and amalgamating companies. Now let us discuss about these four in briefly. Transferor company, the company which is amalgamated into another company. Transferee company, it is the company into which aforementioned or transferor company has amalgamated. Amalgamated company is the resultant company, and amalgamating companies, the companies coming to in the process of amalgamation. Forms of amalgamation: amalgamation in the nature of merger, amalgamation in the nature of purchase, amalgamation in the nature of merger. Here, the assets, liabilities are pooled in along with this. The interests of the shareholders of the business are also amalgamated. All the assets and liabilities and no adjustments are required to be made in the book value. Amalgamation in the nature of purpose. When the conditions required for amalgamation in nature of merger are not satisfied, then this method is used. Here, one company purchases or acquires another company, and the company which has been purchased does not have proportionate shares in the equity capital of the newly amalgamated company. Acquisition and divestitures. Acquisition. Acquisition is a process where the business firms or companies acquire control over other business firms. The company which has been purchased or acquired is known as target company. The acquirer gets right to control the policy and management decision of the target company, although the identity of the target company remains intact. One must note, in merger, consolidation or absorption of a company takes over another company and merges with operations with its own. However, acquisition actually acquires the control of the business operation, assets and liabilities combining its business. Divestiture. When a company sells all the assets and claims of its business in exchange of cash and not against equity capital, then it is termed as divestiture. The term divestiture is often called slump sale, as described by the Income Tax 1961. The term assets is a combination of all investment current assets, capital work progress, and all fixed, as however the divest company does not take over the unsecured or secured loans, generally cash in chosen consideration and not equity shares, because the divesting company requires cash to repay unsecured loans and secured loans. Divesting company is the one which is selling its assets, while divestee's company is purchasing these assets. The divesting company also requires cash to money into the falling business or to start another business. Demerger. Demerger is a form of corporate restructuring which is opposite to roer. Here, the companies decide to sell the assets, divisions, product lines to the outsiders and work separately. Companies use it as a technique to consolidate and restructure their business in order to create more value to the shareholders. In this, the company selling the assets wants to create more value to the investors. A part of the business unit is sold at a higher price in comparison to its net worth. Some of the reasons for demerger include selling cash cows, disposing unprofitable activities. Selling cash cows. This means the companies may reach saturation point by exploiting cash cow. Hence, they sell these units to invest the money in the stars so that higher return can be generated. Disposing unprofitable activities. With demerger, company can remove unproductive and loss-making activities or units and focus on strategic activities. Demerger can occur in various forms which are explained below. Spin-off. Spin-off: when a company forms a new company from existing single entity, then it is spin-off. Usually, the company that has been formed in the subsidiary company, there is no change in the ownership of the companies. The parent company allocates the share to the companies that has been spun off. This is done with no cash consideration. Thus, spin-off has various advantages which are explained below. The shareholders will be able to easily identify the value of the company because of separation. The management can easily monitor which company is not performing well, and quick managerial actions can improve the performance. The operational efficiencies of the two units will increase because of more concentrated investments. It helps in allocation of the two units will increase because of more concentrated investments. It helps in the allocation of key resources to growth avenues, which leads to increased profit. Demerger. Split off. When a company separates one of its unit, then the shareholders of parent companies are given option to choose ownership in the parent company or subsidiary. Thus, under spin-off, the shareholders own both the companies, while in split-off, they own either of the two. Thus, an investor has two choices: continue holding shares in the existing corporation, exchange all of his shares or some of his shares for seizing control over the subsidiary company. Sell off. Here, the existing company sells a part of its company or business to a third party. This is a usual way of divestiture. This is done to inhibit further pumping of money in unproductive business unit. Carve out, often known as equity carve out, is a strategy of the corporate to sell a portion of its business or a portion of its wholly owned subsidiary by way of initial public offer, while retaining full control over the management. Here, limited stocks are offered to the public and majority of shares are owned or held by the parent company. Thus, we can say equity carve-out is a public sale of the shares of subsidiary company or parent company. split up. It is another alternative of demerger where the company splits up into various divisions and their stockholders and the parent company dissolves and stops functioning. Reduction in capital. It is a form of corporate restructuring when a corporate is permitted to reduce the liability of shares or extinguish or cancel any paid up share capital or is permitted to pay off any paid up capital which exceeds its requirement. Buyback of share. It is also a form of capital reduction where the company repurchases its own shares. Buyback of shares was illegal or legally prohibited under the Section 77 of Companies Act 1999. However, now it is permitted to buy back its shares. However, an Indian company has to satisfy various conditions. The company buying back its share should not issue fresh capital except bonus issue for the next 1 year. The company should explicitly sell the amount that it will use to buy back the security. It must also take approval of the shareholders before such buyback. The company should not raise loans or borrow to finance buyback. The shares that have been bought back will cease to exist and cannot be offered or issued again. Buying back of shares should be done only out of general reserve. Thus, it is conducted that buyback of securities is done to return excess money to the shareholders, especially when the company does not require that money or when there is no investment opportunity to invest into. Next, joint venture. Another major form of corporate restructuring is joint venture. Here, two or more companies come together and contribute to the equity capital to a third company which is newly formed. These are generally formed to fulfill a specific project which is beneficial to both the companies. Example, companies like Maruti Udyog Indian and Suzuki Japanese came together to form Maruti Suzuki as a new company. Leverage buyouts. LBOs is the transaction where a corporate uses a huge debt proportion to gain control over the another company, where its assets are used as a collateral for these loans. Hence, under leverage buyout, the company is taking over does not invest or pay money, rather it borrows funds on the basis of collateral which is nothing but the assets of the firm it wishes to acquire. Thanks for watching my video. Please like my channel, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for further notifications. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Please subscribe it. Thank you so much. For any queries, comment me in the comment section. Thank you.